Howdy folks, Big Anklevich here. I used to be 300 pounds with diabetes and all sorts of other problems, but I found the carnivore diet. I lost 100 pounds, lost the diabetes and the other problems, and now I'm feeling great and I'm doing good. So, I come on here and I talk about the carnivore diet all the time because I want you guys to get the same benefits that I did. So what we're doing here is me and my friend Marshall Latham, we do a carnivore challenge. We challenge each other to stick with our diet, and we support each other in doing that by making these videos and helping each other out. And that's what we're doing here. We're doing our daily videos. So we're going to head into those right now. We'll check them out and see how things are going here on Big Anklevich on Health. All right, so how did it go for me on day 16 of the September Carnivore Challenge here in the awesome autumn? Yeah, it was pretty good. It was an average day. I don't know. I got up this morning and I ate pretty early. I tried to avoid what I did yesterday, where I ate super late because I was trying to make sure I got my fast all the way to 72 hours, and then I wound up having to eat at home because I was so full that I wasn't ready to eat my second meal at work. So I ate my same meal that I had for breakfast yesterday, which was bacon and eggs, plus that thing. It's less pretty than yesterday because yesterday I actually put them on a plate and stuff, but I just left them in the container that they were in. The eggs I warmed up. That thing is the Scotch egg. I didn't cut it open so that you could see the inside of it, which would have made it more pretty. That's just, looks like a round thing wrapped in bacon, I guess. And then in the baggie is the fat fries that I've been eating on for a while, and I got through them today, but not in this meal. So I ate that for breakfast, like pretty early, pretty much right off the bat once I got to work. And then several hours later, I had some of the pork butt that I smoked a couple weekends ago, and that was pretty good. It was less smoky though. I think it must have been all from like the middle of the roast or something like that, so it didn't get as much penetration of any of the smoke or the spices or any of that kind of stuff. So I don't know, but it was still good and it filled me up just great, and I finished off the fat fries with that, and that was my food for the day. All day long, I had my phone set for the alarm to go off every half hour, and as long as it wasn't too busy, I jumped up and I did my little walk, walked across the parking lot several times, and I got in like 10,000 steps before I headed home from work. And then after I was home, I did take my usual walk out in the park too, or the park, that's what Marshall does. I took my usual walk on the trails, on the Greenbelt trails. And that was good. It was a nice, relaxing walk. It was hot out there, but in the shade of the Greenbelt, it's just not so bad. So it wasn't too bad. So I got in 19,000 steps today. So that was a pretty good total, and I'm feeling good. I'm hoping that I can get, would this be my 6th day? Yes, this would be my 6th day. Or would it be my 7th? Shoot, I don't know. I can't even keep track anymore. I think it might be my 7th day in a row under 200 if I can do this. I hope that I can. 7th day under 200 pounds. That would make, I would have to officially average under 200 pounds if I manage that. So, but I think it's still just 6 days. Because yesterday I talked about 5 days. But that would mean this morning would be 6 days, and tomorrow. There's too much brain work for me. We're going to have to let it go and send you over to see how Marshall Latham is doing today.
Thanks, Big. Hey, carnivores. It's Marshall Latham here on the 16th of September. And I'm fasting today. That's my plan. It's a Tuesday, and I am fasting today. Now, I didn't fast last week, only Sunday last week. So this will be 2 times today, or 2 times this week, I should say, that I've been fasting. And Sunday, when I was fasting, I had a headache. Not all day, but a lot of the day, especially in the morning. And today I've been suffering from a headache. Normally I would attribute that to not drinking enough water. A lot of times people get dehydrated and that causes them to get a headache while they're fasting. But I've been drinking plenty of water. So I wouldn't attribute it to that. I would, but I'm heading home. I'm going to take a nap. Not much was going on today, luckily at work. But I'm also going to get some electrolyte. And, I'm probably not getting enough sodium or magnesium or potassium. And so I'm going to get some electrolyte. And I know that can be an issue for people on carnivore. And I typically do a fair amount of getting my electrolytes. And there's different ways you can do that. I've been using the element. You can get a non-flavored element. It's a powder that you put in your drinks, your water or whatever. Well, yeah, your water. And some of it's flavored and with, different, so it has some artificial sweetener in there. They also make now like a, what do you call it? A soda drink. It's pretty much pre-mixed electrolyte, and then they carbonate it, and they sell them in cans like you would buy a pop can. You can buy an Element can, and they have different flavors in that. They don't have the unflavored version of that. So and so I've been drinking some of those. I know, like Big has said, sweeteners is probably not a good thing because it causes you to crave other things. So far, I don't think that's been a problem for me. But it could be. But for now, that's the way I get my electrolytes, is drinking some of that. Not all the time, not every day, but especially today when I think I need more electrolytes, I'm going to have some of that. And if you watch carnivore stuff, almost every carnivore channel is sponsored by Element, so I'm sure you're well aware of it. But anyway, I do have some drops that I can put in my meat or my water as well, some electrolyte drops. But I did kind of get caught up on the Element stuff. So I don't think it matters as long as you're aware of that and you're getting enough of that, especially while you're fasting, and hopefully it'll help me get over my headache. I did go for a walk this morning as the sun was coming up. It was a nice morning walk, and got over a mile this time, and that was nice. I enjoyed that. And now I'm just gonna go take a nap and then continue fasting for the rest of the day, and I'll be back tomorrow to let you know how that goes.
All right, I hope Element enjoyed that free commercial. But yeah, I guess that's a way to do it, to get your electrolytes. I would just put some salt in my mouth or in water and drink it, and that would probably help with your headache. And you can go further. I've tried making my own electrolyte stuff, and all it tends to do is give me diarrhea, so maybe it's not a good idea. But yeah, steer clear of the sweeteners. That's trouble. You're asking for it. That's what I think. I have had Element before, and the only type I've ever had was the unsweetened, unflavored kind, which tastes terrible, but so does salt water. So, what do you expect? Anyways, yeah, make sure you get your electrolytes, and you can use special code hashtag PAYBIGANKLEVICHSOMEMONEY when you make your order. That was really dumb. Why did I spell that out? Anyways, we'll see you guys next time on Big Anklevich on Health.